So the first exercise we're going to be explaining is the pelvic tilt. It's one of the best exercises to warm up the body and to prepare the body for the rest of the exercise we're going to be doing during the session. The second exercise is side to side. So what we're going to do is keeping your legs wide apart. We're going to start by dropping one knee with your knees bent, and then the pelvic area is going to follow. Second leg is going to follow, and then the pelvic is going to follow. Come back to the center and repeat to the other side. The third exercise, it calls bridging. So with your legs wide apart, what we're going to be doing is one vertebra at a time. We're going to start moving it up, starting from your tailbone, from tailbone to hip bone, to belly button, to ribs, to chest, until you get into a full diagonal straight line from shoulders to knees. And then slowly we're going to start to drop from chest to ribs to belly button, all the way to hips, and finally resting your tailbone. This is a very good exercise for spine mobility. The next exercise is called single leg circle. So lying down in a supine position and making sure that the spine is fully resting and your pelvis is also not moving. We're going to keep one full leg straight pointing up, and we're going to do doing small circles with that leg, aiming 10 to 15 repetitions in both directions. Once you've done both directions, change leg, repeat the same. The next exercise is called the cat and cow. We're going to start by kneeling in 4 position, staying on our knees and shoulders away from your ears. So cat means a flexion, while cow is for an extension. Keeping always the shoulders away from your ears and staying on a kneeling position. When we're doing onto a cat, we're going to start by bringing the tailbone in and then hiding until your eyes are looking into your belly button. When it comes to the cow, your tailbone is going to go out. You're going to do a little arching, dropping the stomach, open up the chest, and keeping the shoulders always away from your ears. The next exercise, it calls the Swan Position. So what we're gonna do in that, facing down with our hands beside our body, our target is to fully extend the arms and feel all the spine strengthening and elongating. Now, this is a very good exercise for a good posture, and so it's also a very good exercise for a blood flowing circulation. Now, most important is to keep the ribs in and to keep the belly button off the ground while maintaining the hip, the pelvis on the floor. Once in there, make sure that your shoulders stay away from your ears. You keep a long and elongating body, and after a few repetitions, you just drop and rest. For the diaphragm breathing, our intention is to breathe through the diaphragm. So that's why we're going to put one hand on our chest, one hand on our belly. And our target is to inhale as deep as possible and push the hand on the belly away without moving the hand on the chest. So when you inhale and exhale, we're gonna try to keep on that breathing, inhaling and deep exhaling for about 5 minutes. And during those 5 minutes, chest is never moving and everything is gonna be inhaling and exhaling, moving the belly button. So for the last exercise called the kneeling Superman, we're gonna stay on a kneeling position and we're gonna be working extending one arm and the opposite leg. You can use your breathing for the movement. So when you inhale, you're gonna bring the arm and the opposite leg up. And when you exhale, you're gonna bring the arm and the opposite leg down. You can repeat that for a few times and then switch arm, switch leg. And make sure that always the hip square facing down. All the exercises that we are prescribing today are from Pilates, but are meant to help women in process of fertility because it's going to increase the blood circulation. It's going to help them with their body mobility and also body awareness. And also because of the breathing and all the concentration on the exercise, it's also going to help to release some stress, body stress that could come and could cause some problems with the fertility.